remain as such, but only water available to the plant is transpirant. Only the available form is capillary water. See, now field capacity. So, you see this picture. When the rain comes, entire soil particles filled, and there is no space in between the soil particle, all are filled with water. Then what will happen? The water, it rain off and going down. When the soil particles are like this, we call saturation point. Then, if it is gone beyond that, only this is field capacity. If all the water are drained off, then there is no water in the even capillary force. Then the plant start to wilt. If the plant start to wilt, that is we call wilting point. If it is permanently wilt, that is called permanent wilting point. So this particular field capacity is affected by soil profile, soil structure and temperature. See this example, in sandy soil, the spores are wide. There is no water can be held. So the water holding capacity is very less. Water received can be stored. One clear soil grow in the level soil. Okay. And I have if you define water holding capacity, we can define in a fully saturated soil the percentage of moisture held in the form of film. That is called water holding capacity. It depends on the soil profile, soil structure, and the temperature. If temperature is high, the water holding capacity is less because it goes as a vapor. Okay, that I have already told you, the permanent wilting point. When there's no water in the soil, the plant cannot take any part from the soil. Then the plant start to wilt. That is we call permanent wilting point. So now we will see how this water is absorbed by the plants. There are several parts which can absorb the water. Can anyone say what are the parts which can water from this? Can anyone say? Okay, one text to me by chat. Can anyone say by looking at this slide also, you can see what are the parts absorb water?
Roots.
Yeah, good. Then leaves and stem. Okay. In generally, yes. Yeah, roots, leaves, roots, hairs, you have text me. Good. So be vigilant. Some questions. So somebody is to answer, okay? Don't miss my class. Yeah, this is okay. Then major portion of water is required by the plants absorbed by the roots. This is roots. Major portion. But there are instances it can take through the leaves and stem. Okay. So especially the hydrophytes, meaning that plants living in the water, that has to be taken water through the leaves because it is floating. Yeah. Yeah. See, if the water has to be taken to the leaves should have special characters. That means the cuticle epidermis portion should allow the water to get inside. Therefore, it has to be permeable. Water has to come inside. The other day we have seen water is going out through the stomatal opening. Now it has to come through the cuticle and epidermis. For that, some leaves, they have hairs, spurs, because it catches the water from the atmosphere and allows the plants to take from the leaf. Okay, some leaf, they have wetting surface. In the wetting surface, everything will come and touch, and then the leaf is easy to take it inside. Then parenchymatous cells close to the epidermis always should have the deficiency. Then it takes inside the water. Okay. See this portion. Once I give these pictures, you have to get practice of drawing, and then it has to be reproduced when the exams comes. Okay. See this picture. This is a hydrophyte. This this lives in the water. See this upper surface touching with the water. Okay, so there are spirophytes. There are points which have the connection between stomata open. So it allows the water to come inside. Then it comes through the osmosis, and it comes through the space of the leaf structure. Again, there are xylem and phloem. I will teach you later. The xylem is the main portion of conducting water. Phloem is a main portion for conducting food, sucrose or glucose. So I will teach you later. But here, so this is the very specified leaf structure for absorbing water from the environment. So now we will see the root. Sometimes atmospheric roots also will take water. Generally, the underground parts, root zone is taken. But in orchids and air-living plants, they have special root structure, velamen. Okay, this velamen. This velamen has a thin-walled parenchymatous cells. Okay, parenchymatous cells. Then parenchymatous cells here. Okay, then this is thin wall. When the thin wall is there, the permeability is, therefore water come inside, can be easily absorbed and transported. So this is the simple picture how the water is entering into the plants. I will explain very carefully. You would have studied in here also. See, this is epidermis. The outgrowth of an epidermis cell is we call root hair. This exerts with the soil. Okay. exerts into the soil, you can see this. See, that will come here in the capillary force. Okay. Then this is cortex, epidermis, and then this is endodermis. This is pericycle cells. Here phloem. This is xylem. This is pit, already dead cells. So water has to come from here through the spore process and reach to xylem. That's how it goes to other parts. Okay, so it has to come to this cell, root cell, then it has to go through. Then I will teach you how it goes. So now the mechanics. See, water comes to touch the root hair. Okay, in the root hair are tubular hairs like elongation of the cells of epidermal layer of the roof. I have already told you. The tubular hairs. See this tube-like hairs. It is from the epidermis. So then these walls of the roots are permeable and consist of peptic substances. This is permeable. If it is not permeable, the water cannot enter from the soil. There should be some passage. It should allow the water to come inside. So this particular root here is permeable. Then this particular root hairs contain vacuoles filled with cell sap. Here the vacuoles are there. All these vacuoles are filled with cell sap. The liquid particle in the cell we call cell sap. This is already, there are vacuoles in the cell, you would have studied. Then in the vacuoles, the water can go and get inside. Then how the water is absorbed? There are two ways. One is absorption, active absorption, and passive absorption. What do you mean by active and passive? Some students, some person, some mother or father or children, they are so active like dogs. They will run here and there. That is active. If some people are very dormant, if keep silent, that is we call he is passive. He is not active. He is not live. Okay. So the two ways the water is absorbed by the plants. One is active absorption and the passive absorption. So this absorption need energy. This energy is respiration. Okay, what is the organelle which is responsible for respiration in cell? Can anyone say?
Mitochondria.
Mitochondria, very good. Mitochondria produce energy and then this energy will be used for the absorption of water. In active absorption, there are two kinds. Generally active absorption and passive absorption. Now we are going to have active absorption. There are two kinds. water needs energy. It comes through the respiration already. So the second way is passive absorption. First one is what? First one is what?
Active absorption.
Yeah, good. Now we are going to see the passive absorption. So passive absorption, and I have already told you, the root cells do not play an active role. It's simply as such. It's not active for this passive absorption. They remain passive. The root cells remain passive. Okay? So there are several theories. This absorption force originated from the transpiring shoots. Okay, transpiring shoots. There is a force generated. This transpiration, due to transpiration, a force developed, then force is leading to take water inside. Like we drink soda, we drink soda. So we drink soda by giving a force. So that the transpiration gives force to absorb water from the soil. Okay. See, in some cases, rapid evaporation. Quickly it evaporates. Then the water from the leaves during transpiration creates tension in water in the xylem of leaves. See, in the xylem, when the water is drawn by the leaf upward, there is a tension. What do you mean by tension? There is a vacuum formed. Because this tension, it has to be filled from the nearby cells. That is we call transpiration pull. Okay, due to transpiration. Now we will see the importance of active and passive absorption. In the active absorption, generally it is not important, they say. Generally. Okay, I will see. Therefore, the passive absorption accounts for most of the water absorption. There are two kinds, active absorption and the passive absorption. Generally, active absorption contributes very less, but the passive absorption contributes more. You have to keep it in mind that active absorption is less compared to the passive absorption. Therefore, the plants need energy always to take water because the most of the absorption is taking place passive method. See this picture clearly, you can see. Everyone, are you looking into these pictures? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, this is root here. I have already explained, but it is in a clear way. This is soil particle. These are capillary force, capillary water. It comes through the tubes-like structure over air space. So then it enters through this semi-permeable membrane. This is a semi-permeable membrane. See, it goes. This is xylem. Okay. When a transpiration is there, it pulls the water from this tube. Then there is a tension generated here. When the tension is created, it has to be filled by anyway. So the nearby cells help to fill this tension by passive absorption. It pulls. Now, we will see factors affecting water absorption. There are last day also I told you, there are two factors. One is external and internal. External is the outside the body or outside the plant. Internal is inside the plant. Okay. Now we will see what is the external factors which influence the water. Water. Teach you one by one. Available soil water, concentration of soil solution, soil temperature, and soil aeration. These all are physical. All are physical. Water, concentration, temperature, and aeration are physical. These are external environmental factors. We will see how these all four factors, external factors, will influence the water absorption in plants. Then internal now external factor, available soil water. What is happen if the soil water is available, more available in the capillary force, capillary, ample of water is there. Then ample of water is there, the soil will come, wood will come and touch. So then generally osmotic potential difference is there between the soil and the wood's hair, then water enters. So in general, if the more water is there, okay, more water is there, more absorptions will take place. That's what I told you, that guttation, I will one day I will teach guttation. So if more water is there, it absorbs more water. The excess water should be deleted from the top surface of the leaf, that is guttation. So in general, if the soil water is available, okay, the absorption is also high. I have a small dog in my home that barks. That is my pet always. It is with me. Okay, it sometimes it barks. Okay. So now concentration of the soil solution. This is the second one. Concentration of the soil solution. In general, if the concentration of the soil solution is high, the osmotic potential is low outside. So water tries to get outside. It is not inside. So therefore, the concentration of the soil solution is high, water absorption is low or high? Tell me. Low, very good. The water absorption is very low because it has low water potential. So even though the water is available in the alkaline soil and the marshy lands, the water, the plants cannot absorb it. It has to have a special mechanism. If it is water is there, it cannot absorb, so it is called physiological dryness. Physiologically, it dries because of the concentration of the soil solution outside. Then soil temperature. This is a must. In general, up to 30 degrees centigrade, it absorbs water. It increases. If it is increasing more than that, what will happen? The cells will die. Therefore, the more temperature also not good for water absorption. But the other way, the more temperature increases the transpiration. When the transpiration increases, transpiration pulls also there. In that case, to a certain level, the water will be absorbed along with the soil temperature. But beyond that, it is dangerous to the plant cell. So, and then stomata also will be closed. The absorption is stopped. But in a low temperature, 4 activities will be done. The viscosity of the water and protoplasm is increased. Generally, when the low temperature, viscosity increases. Okay? Then second, permeability of the cell membrane is decreased. Why? It stings. It stings. Okay? It stings. The spores are closed. Therefore, permeability of cell membrane is decreased. Then metabolic activity is also decreased in the low temperature. Generally, it happens for human also, for animal also. If the low temperature is there, we will not be active because the metabolic activity is also decreased. Okay? So, the low temperature decreases the absorption of water. The growth and elongation of the roots are checked. In low temperature, enzymes are not working. The growth is checked. Therefore, the elongation of the root hair is checked. Thereby, the soil temperature, low temperature and the high temperature influences water absorption. To a certain level, temperature increases as well. But beyond that, the cells are dying. Also, the low temperature also decreases. So the most suitable temperature for absorption is from 10 to 30 degrees centigrade. So if it goes beyond to certain level, it goes beyond low than the 10 degrees centigrade, both are affecting. Understood? Okay? Hello? Yeah. External factor we are seeing. Available soil water we have seen, concentration of soil solution we have seen, now soil temperature we have seen. Now soil aeration. So two major gases plays a major role in metabolism and in the plants. Generally, well-aerated soil, there are two different things. Well-aerated soil absorption is more. Okay, because in the less aerated soil, anaerobic respiration will take place. Then plants die in flooded areas. Okay, the soil aeration is less. The plants sometimes die. The deficiency of O2 in generally it needs to have a metabolic activities. O2. So if the deficiency of the O2 is occurring in the soil, it inhibits this water absorption. Also, accumulation of the CO2. When the accumulation of the CO2 in the soil, maybe, reduced conditions in the soil, it increases the viscosity. So I have seen, in low temperature also viscosity increase. The CO2 also viscosity increase. When CO2 increases, the permeability also decreases. Therefore, both these factors, this efficient oxygen and the CO2 will have an effect on water absorption in the soil. Okay? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Only one student is always active and telling. What about the others? Are you aware? Are you available here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Everyone is there. Okay? So we will study. If you don't understand, please text me or raise your hands. Then I will attend immediately. Okay? Okay? Have you had your breakfast or still you have to have? Hello. When did you wake up today? At what time? Anyone say? Adi sollungada. Kiyande.
At 5:30.
5:30. What about the others? Now, 8:55. Is it so? No, you have to start up early, okay? No problem. Now, I will come to the internal factors. Internal factors, three internal factors. One is transpiration, absorbing root system, then metabolism. In general, what will happen? The transpiration is high, absorption is high. This is what we call transpiration pull. There is an energy is generated through the in the xylem vessel by transpiration, like a straw. Then it will go up. Then absorb root system, it takes water very quickly. Example, the rice. Rice has very good absorption root system. Then metabolism. If the metabolism rate is high, water is absorbed high. Now, when it is now absorbed, okay? That means it has reached to this level. Okay? See this particular level. It is absorbed. Now, we are going to see how it ascends up, how it goes up. Okay? This is what we call ascent of sap. Ascent of sap. Ascent means what? What is ascending and descending? Ascending means going up. Descending means going
Down.
Going down. So one is going up. So for the root zone, it is generally the water and everything is available. Then after that, it goes to the leaf area. So then it should go up. Okay. So the water and minerals are conducted through xylem. Careful. Xylem. Water and minerals are conducted through xylem. Then phloem vessels are involved in conduction of sucrose molecules and other assimilates. Photosynthetic assimilates and the sucrose. These are gone up via phloem cell. But water and mineral are through xylem cells. So, what do you mean by ascent of sap? The upward movement of water from stem base to tree top is called as ascent of sap. Along with the water, the minerals also dissolved and going. So, therefore, the ascent of sap takes up the water and minerals. So it is now you are seeing xylem and phloem, two different pictures. Major difference between these, can anyone say major difference between these two by looking at this picture? What are the different phenomena is xylem and phloem are exhibiting? Can anyone say? Please. Yeah, there is a text box. Let me see that. What is that? Xylem one side movement. Exactly. Yes. Okay. Yeah. 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 Xylem one side movement. See, it goes up. Phloem both going up, going down, going up, going down. You know why? Why this going up only? Why this is going down and up only? Can I say this is water and minerals? This is assimilates and sucrose. How it happens? Why this downward movement only and upward movement only? Can anyone say? Oh, it is text. Yes, I will read that. Xylem one side movement. Yes, good, correct. The xylem one side movement, phloem side movement. Yes, correct. Good, good, children. Good. Yeah. Can anyone say this phenomena why? Xylem is only up, Phloem is both way. Can anyone say, please? Yeah. Yeah, text. Yes, there is a chat. Translocation happens due to tension of transpiration. Okay. Pressure difference. Yes, that's true. But why the xylem only going up water and mineral? Sucrose was needed to all the parts. Yes, that is the correct answer. See, the water is taken from these roots. So there is no need of supply the water to the roots. But the sucrose and the assimilates should be supplied through the roots also. And it has go up from the stem to the leaves. So therefore, the xylem and the phloem has two different structures. See, there is no valve in the xylem. But here, sieve-like structures are there. It sometimes allows the assimilates to go up, sometimes stops, because no need to come down maximum. If the bearing season, all the assimilate should go to the fruits. So then it will not allow to come down. Very portion only will come down. So this is xylem is a straw-like structure, no valve inside. Okay, yeah, there are one chat. Phloem translocase produced food to the roots and all the parts of the parts. Yes, excellent. Good. Okay, now see. See, this xylem and phloem, this is a one-way follow-up step, two-way follow-up step. When you ask to compare the xylem and the phloem in translocation or ascent of step, you have to draw this picture and clearly you can differentiate the xylem and phloem. So now there are several theories. I will simply touch, but you can later on search from the books and do the needful. Vital theories, root pressure theory, and physical force theories. There are three theories. It's also one of the theories, okay? Vital theories, root pressure theory, and physical force theory. You can read this later on. The root pressure you can see, and physical forces also you can see. Now, atmospheric pressure theory also there. So, and capillary force is there. You can see inhibition theory. Yeah, this is a very important theory. Transpiration pull theory or cohesion tension theory. We can see what is cohesion and adhesion. See, this is capillary action. So this is capillary tube. This is capillary tube, a tube-like structure. Example, the xylem. Okay, this is capillary action, how it goes up. See, this is adhesion means what? Cohesion means what? Can anyone say? Cohesion means what? Adhesion is what? Can anyone say? Hello? Can anyone say by looking at this picture? This is cohesion. This is adhesion. Can anyone?
The attachment of water molecules together. Adhesion is water molecules and the wall of the wall.
Yeah, you are nearing the points. But exactly, the cohesion means the bondage between two same molecules, similar molecules, water molecules. But the cohesion, so adhesion means two different molecules. There is, in Tamil we say, ottat pandu we say, So it touches between the capillary water and the capillary tube, the xylem, and the water. So this both force will pull the water upside. See, good. Cohesion, of course, is the same type of molecules. Good, good. Okay. Then there is a tension, it pulls the water upside. So this is, I have already explained, flow and transport. Now I want to explain, 1 minute, well, hold the line, hold the line. Hello, sorry for the events. There was a urgent call for me. No problem. So flow and translocate, See, for the translocation of long distance transport, we call phloem transport. Okay? So there are two different things, symplast and apoplast. I will teach you the symplast and apoplast. The apoplast means dead parts of the plants. Symplastic means living parts. Apoplast is dead parts. The symplast is living part. These both are needed for the transportation of the cell. Okay? Okay. There are three theories explains this transport. One is hypothesis based on the contractile nature of P proteins of Steve elements. Construction and relaxation of these proteins helps in the translocations in mass flow. These three are very much important in translocations of water and the minerals. Okay, so we will have 5 minutes for the discussion. Apoplastic movement, symplastic transport, and we have all things. I have, when you study, it will be understood. Okay, so now I will come from the top. We will have a small revision. Okay, generally water, there are three forms of water. Can anyone say there are three forms of water your plants gets? Yeah. Hello? Three forms of water the soil gets. Hello?
Runoff, percolation.
Runoff water, hygroscopic water, and the percolation water. Okay? Good. Yeah, then. So this picture explains how all these three works, but only the available water to the plant is what?
Capillary water.
Yeah, capillary water. Good. What is this diagram explains? Water holding capacity, saturation, water soil structure, and all these three affecting the water holding capacity and saturation point and melting point. Then water absorbing parts of the plants. What are the parts absorbs water in the plants?
Fruits, leaves, and stem.
Yeah, root, leaves, and stems. Okay, I have given you a special structure of the hydrophyte leaf, which allows the water from the epidermis or cuticle to the inner part of the this one. And special roots are sometimes available in the aerial plants, that is called velamen, and it has a thin walled parenchyma cells. So this is how the water enters. Mechanism water we have seen two major ways: active absorption and passive absorption. For which the energy is needed? Passive absorption or active absorption? The energy is needed.
Active.
No, passive. Okay, why? Drags the water against the water potential. Therefore, the active absorption, plant roots are active, but the energy is needed for passive absorption. Then I have seen how the water reaches passive absorption, active absorption. Then importance, then I have seen how it reaches xylem and vessel, and there are factors affecting water absorption, internal, external. There are 4 external factors, 3 internal factors we have seen. Then how it affects water, concentration of soil, and we have seen physical dryness, and then soil temperature, how it increases high temperature, and the low temperature, how it affects, and soil aeration. And internal environment, we have 3: transpiration, absorbing the root system metabolism. Then ascent of sap, we have seen the upward movement of water from the stem base to the treetop is called as ascent of sap. Then we have seen xylem and phloem difference, how it goes up and down. Then theories, 3 theories, you have to take notes on that. Then capillary force theory, I have explained what is the real capillary force, addition and cohesion. So how it goes up. Then cohesion tension theory is most accepted theory, and how it goes up. Flow and transport, how we have transport. There are 2 methods, symblast and apoplast. Apoplast is due to dead parts of the plant. Symblast is due to the living parts of the plants. Okay, so this is how I have seen. I have taught you. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I will send. All are there. 114 people. 113. Now 1 is left. Okay. Okay. How many people you are in the class? 136. So 23 are absent. Kindly by step to send me the absence list. Okay. Okay. I will send you the notes via LMS today. Okay. Now it's 10 o'clock. Have a good day. Bye then.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.